duos, Bizzle and Dubs, Anas and Pink, Lucy and Stino, all three were in the top 7, and after that last game, they all fell to 13, 14, and 15. And also, if you look at the points, the difference between, let's see, the difference between 7th place and 16th place is literally only 12 points.
That's a few elims, that's a few seconds of time inside that 8th zone. That's basically what Rowan's trying to say, is that this one's gonna be a banger. When it comes to people trying to live, when it comes to people trying to have an effect on how day 2 looks, everyone's gonna be trying their hardest here. No more experimentation. It's all about surviving and getting to that end game. Before that though, you have to be able to deal with Surge. You have to be able to deal some damage before you take a lot of damage, and that happens off spawn. You can expect that Middle East NA battle to continue all the way over at Shuffle Shrines. You can expect Rave Cave to be a little bit of a situation for a bunch of teams, and that Bugle always to have a box fight in tow. We tune in though here towards the left side of the map. Arc and Falconer, Aqua, Vino up against each other head to head. Aqua, Vino now going down. Falconer at 1 HP. Vino has to make this a possible clutch. He might go for the Siphon. He doesn't have any bills to be able to work with, but then picks up 150. Falconer has the spray. Vino from across the way. What a 2-shot from the sky.
That was a beautiful play, but I gotta ask you, was that a mistake from Falcon not going for the Siphon himself?
He had no other chance. I think Aqua was just a bit too far, and if he goes straight into that house and looks for it, maybe Vino would have too much control. So Falconer, understanding he just needs a few shots of that SMG to hit. Doesn't get enough. Vino, you can always count on him in a clutch.
Oh yeah, clutching up for sure. This is where you gotta clutch up, Buttercup. Game number 6 of day number 1 of Battle Royale. Oh, another duo, Macwood and Threats. They were actually performing very, very well in the 0 build, and now coming into today, they are struggling a little bit. So what specifically with this duo do you want to see them step up and do?
I want them to just have a positive mindset coming into day 2 and just trying whatever they can at this section of the game. It is just a little bit of a difficulty when it comes to zones, a difficulty when it comes to Surge. I guarantee when it comes to Macwood, the day 2 performance, the day 4 performance in this circumstances, this is a 4-day overall tournament here at Gamers8. He'll be able to review and see exactly what to do next. For Janice and Kanata, they definitely want to keep vibes high, definitely want to just keep rolling in and making sure these games go their way. Unfortunately, sometimes there's just one solo straggler, one team low on Surge that comes in and really just knives them down.
Oh, for sure. Another duo that I'm looking at that just needs to start getting some momentum heading into tomorrow is going to be Peak and Rapid. They're currently sitting at 41st, and Vino and Aqua currently are going to be in a little bit of a sticky situation, as you can see from that highlight. But Rapid, we're on with him right now. I called for it.
Yeah, Dawkins, Moffin, they're done being just passengers, stand-by individuals over at Rocky Reels. They want to be a part of that movie, but Peak, this is the director's cut. This man does not want any type of funny business aside this POI. He wants a slow, patient, nice vibe from games 1 all the way to 6. Moffin does not want this to stop, though. They're really going for every single shot. Peak, usually up top on the billboard, is not going to be there this time. Down towards the sands in this low ground box fight type situation. He's in Moffin's world. Big pot right in front of him. He wants that to be able to drink or buy some time with. Moffin just says no. Picks it up. That could have been a huge chance for a shot, but he misses. So Moffin, he's got advantage now. Look at the moves, I guess. Maybe it's Peak missing. I'm not sure, but Moffin hasn't taken a single inkling of damage whatsoever this entire fight.
Yeah, and if Peak is somehow able to come out on top, which is going to be oh so hard, that would be absolutely huge, but that's not going to be the case whatsoever.
That seemed silly on one side, just such low fire rate, trying his best. That was nuts. Good job from Moffin for finally ending Rocky Reels instead of having it be split the whole start of the game. Let's see exactly what they do with that power.
And for Peak, that is just oh so unfortunate. I said that they want to get some momentum in this game number 6, this final game on day number 1, currently in 41st place heading into this game number 6. The fact that they dropped off this early, that is just extremely unfortunate. So hopefully tomorrow they'll be able to bounce back in much better fashion.
Now, the best part about teams that end up losing 50-50s like that off of spawn is they can really go back in the VODs and see exactly what went wrong when it came to the 2v2. Was it a comms issue? Was it just, you know, a little bit better of a drop map on one side? Was it the glide in? You can really not have to blame much but yourself, so they'll be new and improved tomorrow. Amar, Vidil, they're not done today. Looking for this fight fast. Vidil trying to get into the box, not gonna be possible for the first time. Jelty and Vico, they have a chance still. These guys are game winners sometimes and they end up surviving off of the bugle, but news always isn't that good up inside this POI.
Yeah, extra, extra. They're not trying to read all about it right now. So a lot of damage going to be taken down. A Mark trying to get in this build, finish off this player. Extremely low. That is going to be Vico. That is going to drop Jelty now, trying to get the angle. Might have to go up top to get into this one. He's going to be going for it. He's whiffing that shot, I believe. Now Jelty going to need to drop on down and reset.
There's a third party somewhere inside the POI, or Vidil just had godlike positioning to be able to just rattle down Vico that much. That's exactly what it was. 6 shots of the burst in the back, and Vico goes down, siphoned out as well. Should be fine for them for control. We will be seeing Jelty come back for that card within the next 5 minutes. Going to be looking fine for both players, for Amar and Vidil at least on the other side. We tune in with Tripper up against the fight. Hellfire on one side, looking for his chance to block off the box. It's Baylor, who's teammate-less for now. Bravado nowhere close by. And he's kind of far away. It'll give a chance for Tripper to be able to heal up, and if he commits to this fight, there's another free 2 points for Hellfire and Tripper. And right now, that is huge because, overall, so close to first place, it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, extremely close. They are just 3 elims away. Make that actually 2 now that they just picked up that one. So they're going to be feeling oh so good at the start of this game number 6. We stated it, if you have that number 1 spot heading into day number 2, your chances of at least getting in the top 10 are just oh so good. And we saw it yesterday, the fact that Anas and Pink were able, or excuse me, the fact that, their names are completely tripping my mind. I apologize.
Take your time.
Gotta get back to it.
We'll talk about Carry and Fash for now, while you figure out who the GOAT is in the conversation you're bringing to the table. They've had a little bit of a rough spot overall when it comes day after day. Who were the individuals we were talking about? Maybe it was the overall no build dominators, 0 build dominators, Lucia and Steno?
Yeah, it was definitely that duo. They went into day number 2 with a 34-point advantage. We can't forget. And then they ended up getting 5th. So yes, you're going to be feeling good going into game number 2, but that doesn't guarantee anything. You still have to come out and have a very, very good performance.
Yeah, Levin talked about it on the desk side. Cami, just really good day 1 individuals when it comes to racking up scores, when it comes to holding on to first place. Day 2, tough for them to be able to adapt to the rest of the competition. They make exactly what they did on that first day, so we'll see if that's a possibility. 7 here with Cal. It's been tough back and forth. Them fighting a multitude of duos, one of them sometimes being Shark and Knight. Shark on the backside now. 1v2, he's no stranger to it, but this man is not comfortable inside all these builds. They're next to zone, so this fight can go on for a hot minute. Lots of loot to be able to be got as well from whoever ends up winning this. The advantage that Shark's gonna have in this situation is that he is the one really turtled up inside these builds. Cal and M7 have to really work their way all the way around. The more they expose themselves, the higher chance a third party might be able to shoot them out. That could help Shark really, really a lot. But I guess that's gonna be a fight that's gonna take too long. We move on to Refsguard and Kovacs, a team, when they're alive in the end game, can control so much as well and make things look super different. When it comes to defense, no stranger, Mitro Milando, the best Fortnite players of all time, rocketed.
Yeah, and they're right above them right now, right above Kovacs and Refsguard, Mitro and Milan. The question is, are they going to engage on this duo? Both of these duos right here, they can both pack a punch. So if they end up going after it, which right now, they're fine with being in the stalemate, that is going to be very interesting, but it seems like Mitro and Milan, they're just going to be going to get these extra tags in, make sure that they're going to be good to go when that Storm Surge approaches.
I know I like to toss jokes around a lot when it comes to this team specifically. The last time I was looking at them in EU, it looked so, I just had a feeling they would clap back, win a qual. It happened. This time I get it, all the way down in last place. We're having fun. At the same time, when you're talking about day 2 and having a potential comeback, when you don't just want to leave with that 5,000 in 44th, it's all about this game, game 6.
Yep.
On that first day of Battle Royale, the 3rd day overall of Gamers8. You want to be able to have a comeback type situation up at the Bugle. They're gonna have zone. I've seen this happen before on the north side. Anytime Mitro has to move north to south over and over again, doesn't matter what form he's in as a player, he's able to control the game a lot more, so we'll see exactly what he's able to do. I thought they were over at the Bugle. It doesn't look like that's super exactly true. It's even more ahead of that all the way up north, so I mean, it's gonna be a big challenge. All Mitro wants to do right now is just get points on the board, get out of that 44th place. Refsguard, Kovacs, they want to keep leveling up. At one point, they were a little bit sky high in the boards, dropped down to 17th right now, 92 points. But as Ro mentioned, it's very close, almost a 12, 15, 20-point game That's the difference of just 2 zones towards the end of this game. These guys also just need to survive. For a majority of the teams in the lobby that we keep talking about, Rome, it's possible for them to really shoot for top 5 this game. That is huge.
Yeah, right now, top 5 is looking like 129 points if you want to get there. And the fact that we right now have 16 teams already above 100, this could go absolutely any way for any of these teams that find themselves in that top 16 area right now for sure.
Also, not sure exactly who's messing with the code right now inside the zone decider in the back room. But we're up towards one of the most difficult ones to traverse again.
Yeah.
This water type of river jungle combination near the Sanctuary and the Joneses, anywhere near the Bugle, it's really, really tough if you don't have height to maintain control. It's also tough if you're like Epic Will. Look at his POV. To see anything on the map, trees everywhere. Can't really throw a Firefly anymore, any of them to burn them down. So in terms of getting surge tags, you have to elevate your base completely to get sight lines. Then people can just, you know, rat on by. It's tough to keep up on damage, but that team's so good at it. Mustache Bat Sniper. I love going between Malabuka and this man over and over again, seeing the juxtaposition of where they're at inside the zone. Epic kind of based up. Bat Sniper still moving about. Kanata, Janice, lost in like 24th place right now. This is a huge game for a majority of these 20th, 30th place teams. If they pop off here, the competition is so close up top, the points so evenly distributed, they can easily catch up with just one good performance.
And I know one of the biggest updates that people are talking about is the Storm Surge update, but so far today, we haven't really seen the Storm Surge come all that much into play in a major way. Why do you think that is?
Look at the top left right now, 88 players rolling in, 44 duos. The fact that we have, what, 10, 12 less players on the map, don't really need the biggest and hardest portions of Surge to be active, right? They're just not going to exist as much.
Yeah.
We still have fights off spawn as a result that'll just rattle people down. The tough spot that we've seen Surge really affect these players is that 5th, 6th zone where we need to go all the way down to 40 players. That is still troublesome for some of the best players even in the lobby, but the early portions, because of the lower lobby size, is not going to matter as much.
Whatsoever. Look at Epic and Malabuka. They've still got that high ground looking over everybody right here and now. And we stated it, when the zone is pulling over toward the water, this is where things can get very, very dire for some of these duos, because if that next zone goes all water, which it could, if we're looking at this right now, that could be just oh so frustrating for so many of these duos that are currently low on mats, such as Vico right now. Really tough situation, but does have the high ground.
Yeah, Kovacs, Rustguard, they were not expecting this to happen. We saw Vico go down earlier. The reason they're just so desperate for any type of fight or loot all the way back inside the Storm is that reboot just happened. Jelty picking him up inside Daily Bugle.
Here we go.
This is not up for plan for Rustguard. We're once again half and half between water and land. This is such a tough zone to be able to build in. It costs so much to be able to just maintain your spot on that water or in a box fight, as everyone ends up just being, you know, congested on just the outer edge of this. It's so tough.
Yeah, it's going to be so hard too, because if you look at this, there is just the zone after this zone is just going to cause chaos for one of these teams in such a huge way.
Some of these teams aren't even inside just yet. Vico trying to do his best to maybe rack on any more points. A lot of them do matter. Desperation from the other side, though, is armored walls are coming in from Kovacs and Rustguard's POV. Chuck Splash is there just to save Kovacs. Spy and Hero, they were trying to get involved in there. That's how that fight ended up getting accelerated so fast within time. Now it's Vico in that clutch spot. I think Bugle might still be active for a reboot. The issue is there's no way to get your loot back. There's no way to get back as an actual player way deep into this game.
Yeah, it does have 3 med kits though, so if you're going to be in the zone taking 2 damage every second, you want to be able to have those med kits. That's going to be a beautiful flick coming in from Tripper.
Momentum versus momentum. Tripper versus Sion and King. You give any one of these 2 duos a little bit of a morsel, they can really take so much control inside the game. Hellfire down though, so it's just Tripper for now. And once again, we talked about the checklist switching up when you are solo. It's very tough in the 3rd and 2nd zone if your teammate goes down to see all the way the end of the game, that 9th zone. So you want to start focusing maybe on fights. You want to start focusing on maybe being a perfect third party, trying to maybe rat some loot away from other duos. And right now, Tripper's looking for that 1v2 against Sion and King, hoping they might be low on damage, looking at him as a potential target so he can play defense. That's not really the case. It's metal boxes all around. Tripper kind of just in trouble over here. And once again, with no reboot vans in sight, with no chance of it right now either, there's no way he's getting Hellfire back. Keep in mind, once again, Tripper and Hellfire, 5 points, no, 3 points away from first place, catching up to Seti and Cammy. And they're stopped straight in their tracks. Quicksand under Tripper's feet, and he's sinking.
And now 58 players still going to be remaining, 30 duos. This one right here is going to get very dicey in this next zone. As you can see, it's still going to be Canada and Janice that are going to have somewhat high ground control right now. They're going to be good to go. It's Cammy right now. Just trying to see exactly what's going to be in that chest. Pull over some ammo. I like to see that.
Really cool tech to be able to use the grappler in that fashion as a harpoon and knock that chest out completely too. Thing is, right now we could be watching the POV roam right here as to why Cammy and Seti win this entire tournament. This 2-day format here at Gamers8 for the classic Battle Royale. These guys are ahead of the competition. They're second place competitors, fragmented, split apart right behind them, and this is their game to really push their lead to maximum length. If they have a banger game, if they even get first place in this one, they've already won a game before, no one with repeat wins today. That's going to be huge for Seti and Cammy. It might just be a complete catch-up race then for day 2.
Oh, for sure, and that is the interesting thing, is that today might be the first day of competition where we do not have a repeat winner during the same day. As we've already had Okus and Nut take 1, Seti and Cam take 2, Aqua and Vino take 3, Bizzle and Dubs take 4, Chapix and Z-Andy taking number 5, and now it's all up in the air. I have no idea who's going to be walking away with this game number 6.
Chapix and Z-Andy should be the villains if Cammy and Seti are the heroes of this lobby. They're the ones who can stop the victory run, and it Strax, the closest team. Beside him, Kanata trying his best at retaliation, not going to be possible. And that might be foreshadowing for Chapix and Z-Andy looking down up at the leaders of the lobby, trying to see what they can do. It's exactly that. Chapix is down. Z-Andy, both these players caught fooling around inside the aquatic portion of a bigger circle. Q-Jack and Nator, do not let them get this entire fight for free. Nator now down, Z-Andy taking fire from multiple sides inside the box. They fall, and that's third place not having a say now. Cammy, Seti, so happy in this moment watching that feed. Their lead getting even further from everyone else behind them.
Oh, they are going to be feeling fantastic seeing that. If they were paying attention, which most of these players are, Lecce is able to get inside the box, take out this player, and get all these mats back. Doesn't have all that many off of that player, but still going to be happy.
Don't get Lecce started. We saw what happened when that was allowed in a previous game, almost double-digit elims by himself. He's got an entire legendary loadout to be able to work with as well. We got to keep our eyes on Lecce towards the end of this game. Look at Epic and Malabuka, though. Talk about people in their home habitat absolutely comfortable. They are just in a big base, beaming everyone. Malabuka not missing any shots. You love to see it. Thomas HD and Tayson, if you want to come back, if you want a chance to be an operating force on day 2, you've got to clutch this game with more than just one elimination. So far, it's been 4, 5, 2 sometimes. Maybe need to strive for double digits in this one. You don't want to have a big tournament without Thomas HD and Tayson in the mix.
Yeah, but they are still currently in 9th, even though they haven't been able to get all too many elims. This duo right here, they still have themselves in position to have an incredible day number 2 and an incredible finish this day number 1 of actual Battle Royale, as Thomas is able to take out Milan. That was a huge, huge pickup on that duo.
Milan Mitro down. That makes me very sad for the moment. But at the same time, super happy as Thomas HD, Tayson, they really set themselves apart from everyone else. If you guys can't see the scores for the moment, these guys are basically tied with 10 teams in their position, above and below them almost. Every elim basically boosts them up 4 different spots. They have 4. They're basically in top 5.
Pretty much they've done their job right now in this game number 6, but is the job finished? No, it's not. You still got 24 duos remaining.
The job got so much harder. Cal on this side with draft. That's Kai, excuse me. At the same time, Thomas HD, a bunch of the people over here. You're talking about job, you're talking about the hours roam. They have a max rotate to work with. It's going to be tough for these guys to get into the zone. Tripper's kind of in that position as well. Thomas HD at least has those grapple gloves. He's going to be able to get the zone, no issues whatsoever.
Yeah, the only issue is that you can't share those, so you got to hope that your duo has one as well. Or else you might say, you know what, I got to get out of here. I'll see you later. Find your own way across. As Epic, Malabuka still up, still got a whole lot of HP.
They had a chance to do so much damage before, but it just wasn't enough. Just 64 above right now. That's why they're forced into these fights, and Kai will be the one to go down as they go way past the bridge. Question is it well connected on both sides? No, they have to jump straight into the river. We've got some highwaymen on the other side asking for a toll. Tayson and Thomas HD. What a glorious position to bully the neighbors who were beside them before. It's not a tournament if it's not this duo in there. And a nice armored wall to block off any pressure from Tayson. These guys need to move.
Yeah, that was a surprise. They opened up that and said, oh, whoops, reclose that armor wall. Yeah, that was a mistake. Yeah, didn't want to take that fire whatsoever.
The biggest difference right now in this lobby is no one's really pushing straight over for height. But I just caught 2 frames of information as to who's up top. Mustache taking out Epic Whale. The 6th time going down. And I think it's him and Bad Sniper who have ultimate height right now. Really pushing all potential to get back up into this lobby, to get back up into the status, the conversation of top 5 inside Gamers8. They're coming in at 11th, tied with everyone else right now. After that elim, actually 4 for Mustache after we're tuning in. They're definitely so close to being kind of near Seti and Cammy.
Oh yeah, precisely. Them and Thomas are doing a great job of climbing up the leaderboards in this game number 6 to try and head into tomorrow on as high of a note as possible. As you can see already, the builds are starting to come across for Mustache. They're keeping this high ground.
We know that Seti and Cammy are ultimate low, and we know they're going to be top 5 no matter what this game. If Mustache and Malabuka, or Mustache and Bad Sniper, excuse me, want to make a difference in this game, it's all going to be eliminations. They need to be on this high ground, and they need to be active. It's such a pressurizing spot. Meanwhile, Lecce on low ground, trying his best to also get back into business. His entire game revolves around elims. Making top 5 doesn't even matter that much because it's a guarantee for these teams.
Precisely, still have a ton of builds as well up top right now for this duo in Bad Sniper and Mustache, trying to just keep this high ground in their favor. Don't want anyone to come and overtake this, as they can just keep on building on up. So much metal in this duo, but that's going to be it.
5 for Mustache. Cammy and Seti stay ahead with 2 right now. The elims will make the difference. Mustache does want to make this a very competitive race, and he wants to get back inside that top 5. No one challenging height at all. Bravado might be in that position. Meanwhile, on low, all the way towards the front side. Duke alive right now, looking good. Beside him is Clicks there. No, Thomas HD has taken him out. Analyx and Scram also alive for the moment. Big shots from Lecce as he's taking down Regions on his own layers and swapping 2. He wants more, and he's going for it. Wood builds around him. It's all good. It's fine. He's out of juice for now. But that shot, it's not going to disappear just yet.
Whatsoever, and still a duo that's going to be up is going to be Cammy and Seti, but they've got to go up against Mustache and Bad Sniper up top. Swilliam down to literally 1 HP. Going to need to heal on up extremely quickly. He is able to get one in. He gets the siphon. Beautiful plays coming up, but can you get back in the zone? 1 HP. Oh, so close. Believe he got taken out.
Melted down. Analyx losing Scram. Up to him to keep this type of big, momentous day 1 force alive. He's going to try to find any type of heal, but it's not going to be possible for now. Bad Sniper, Mustache, all the way up top. They're looking good. Tayson and Thomas, all the way towards the front side. 5 eliminations on both teams. Both looking to make a difference. They're side by side, almost tied, trying to find a way to keep each dream alive. Mustache reinforces height. 120 builds. Seti is going for it. It's going to be the first place team. Looking to take to the clouds. Stop down for now, Cammy. So many mats to work with. They forced Bad Sniper and Mustache to use all their reservoir materials. So smart. Meanwhile, Tayson, Thomas HD, way down below, inside the low ground of Sanctuary. They're having a tough time surviving. Mustache, full damage, even more builds forced out. And now Seti is gonna go for the big push all the way up top right. Doesn't see him coming. The armored wall blocks it. The grappler saves him. Seti, though, what a cost to be able to take that fight. It might just be up to Cammy now. He's only got 5 mats left. Cammy has that full arsenal. Tayson can't take any more damage. Melted by the storm, and Thomas, he's in that classic clutch position again.
Beautiful plays by Seti and Cammy being able to get up top and get the high ground now. Cammy doing a great job, and that's what I mean. If you get those grapple gloves, you get aggro, catch them off at the right time. They were able to do just that, and now it might be Seti and Cammy raining down all the fire. Game 4 and Game 5 were decided by high ground, and it might come true yet again in game number 6.
Push their lead. This might be the POV we're seeing halfway at the end of the day. That is the reason why this guy and this duo might just win Gamers8. This is a huge point swing for Cammy and Seti. They're looking so good with so many numbers just going up and up for them in placement and elims and everything right now. But it's Thomas HD, a Titan in his own, who's found that natural home below him. Mustache also alive. Thomas HD with a big shot, takes him out. It's huge, and now it's a 1v2, and we've seen them clutch before, but Cammy and Seti, they're in scintillating form for the moment.
They got it.
Big shot from the right side. Can Cammy take it home is the question. The Game 6 win for the duels battle royale mode.
They're dancing.
It'll come all the way to the storm as Thomas is trying to heal. Huge day for Seti and Cammy. They started this game up in first. They end it on the top spot. Thomas is taking his sweet old time, making them really earn this win. It's a striker pump, so I don't think it's going to be enough to really have a say in this conversation. Cammy, a pixel of damage. It's missed. He's still looking to just completely secure out this game. Thomas HD crying down below.
They're respecting Thomas, though. They understand exactly the situation that they're in. They don't need to try and make the hero play, but here they go. They drop down, and that's going to be it. Seti and Cammy able to get their second victory royale of the day. Big stuff coming out of them. They're going to be walking into day number 2 with a very, very nice lead.
Yeah.